From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Folks have been stranded in their cars here on I-90 in between Bozeman and Livingston for over 10 hours. I'm Jolie Slee, and I'll introduce you to two women who recalled their experience stranded in the
President
snow.
Biden's ultimatum. I'm Jared Hill with what the president is now saying about halting weapons for Israel as it threatens an operation in a key city in Gaza.
Alrighty, it is 6 o'clock on this Thursday morning. Gene McDonald, Matt Elwell with you bright and early, and Tale of Two Cities, snow in Bozeman, maybe just some wet roadways in Butte.
Yeah, and we're seeing wet roadways in Belgrade, so just a few miles making a huge difference across the area. Most of our temperatures this morning are above the freezing mark. A couple of areas out toward West Yellowstone a little cooler. It looks like today we're going to do okay. This is a look at Bozeman Pass. Currently there is snow out there. It is going to be slick, but not what we were dealing with yesterday. The road is open. Just expect to see slick or slushy conditions this morning and leave some extra time. And let's not be a problem on the pass. That would be positive right now.
That'd be great.
Spotty rain showers. This moisture is ending pretty quickly. I expect the afternoon to be on the sunny side. Right now, some patchy fog, snowy conditions in the Bozeman area. Spotty rain showers through the afternoon, but we are expecting to see some sun later today. The temperatures begin to warm up. The weekend looks absolutely beautiful. We'll talk more about your weekend forecast and beyond. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Now, almost everywhere in Gallatin County, snow was falling yesterday, and for many, it caused a lot of travel problems, especially up in Bozeman Pass. Our Jolie Slee has our full report.
Earlier today, I spoke with several people who spent the night in their cars stranded on I-90 between Bozeman and Livingston. A miserable experience is how they describe it. Quite some time has passed now, and it appears that some parts of the interstate are less congested. But up the highway, hundreds of people may spend several more hours stranded on the interstate.
It's a great night to not be on the interstate.
At a press conference, Gallatin County Undersheriff Jeremy Kopp took time to answer questions about a situation on I-90 leaving people feeling stranded and confused.
How are people handling it? Was there
With an appropriate level of concern and anxiousness for how long this might continue and how quickly they could get out.
Two women that I spoke to said they spent over 10 hours in their vehicles.
It's miserable. We're just literally waiting for, any type of movement.
This is a very frustrating situation, and plows are getting stuck, responders are getting stuck. There's 200 some cars stranded. A lot of people ran out of gas.
Deteriorating road conditions throughout the night led to multiple vehicles becoming stuck, which prevented the MDT plows from being able to clear the roadway. Montana Highway Patrol had units on the pass throughout the day. The increase in traffic during the morning commute led to more vehicles becoming stuck and multiple vehicles with mechanical issues. It is estimated that several hundred vehicles were stranded on the pass. No injuries have been reported so far. Currently, traffic is moving east and west slowly and is experiencing intermittent stops. The Gallatin County Sheriff's Office anticipates somewhat normal travel in the next few hours, but recognize the weather could change that.
They might be able to get some semis moving until one starts to slide, jackknifes, get stuck, and then again it starts to domino back from there.
From Bear Creek to Trail Creek, folks have been diverted off the interstate. But as others continue to sit and wait, Kopp wants to remind folks to carry water, food, and blankets in case they become stranded.
Stay home, adjust plans. Even if it's an inconvenience, it's going to be a greater inconvenience if you try to get on the interstate.
In Bozeman, Jolie Slee, MTN News.
And there was also backed up traffic on Bridger Canyon Road yesterday. The Montana Department of Transportation reports spun out vehicles on Bridger Canyon Road near the College M Trail, alternating one-lane traffic. One of our reporters was headed northbound trying to get to Bridger Bowl and sat in traffic for more than 30 minutes with no signs of one-lane traffic. The line of cars made its way close to town, but traffic was moving by early afternoon yesterday. And Bridger Bowl reported 18 inches of new snow Wednesday morning. And yesterday, Bridger Bowl posted a cautionary statement saying that those that are heading out into the backcountry, that there is no avalanche mitigation or patrol on the hill. Treat your time on the mountain the same way you would on the backcountry. You are on your own. The Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center tells us that avalanche danger, especially wet slides, are increasing.
Stay off of steep slopes that could slide and out from underneath them, which is anything over 30 degrees or a lot of the steep stuff at Bridger Bowl. This is a lot of heavy snow and it will increase the avalanche danger significantly.
And the Gallatin National Forest Avalanche Center suggests being extra avalanche cautious for at least a week after this storm passes, especially this weekend, as temperatures are expected to rise into the 70s. And the U.S. has paused a shipment of bombs to Israel. And President Biden last night warned that more weapons could be held depending on Israel's military operations in Rafah. The IDF has already begun a series of targeted ground and air attacks in the southern Gaza city. CBS News' Jared Hill has more from New York.
President Biden issued a warning to Israel last night on CNN, saying the U.S. will withhold some weapons if Israel fully invades Rafah.
I've made it clear to Bibi and the War Cabinet, they're not going to get our support if, in fact, they go into these population centers.
Days ago, Israel launched a series of targeted strikes around the city in southern Gaza, calling it a Hamas stronghold. Yesterday, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin told lawmakers the U.S. has already paused an earlier shipment of thousands of bombs, noting the risk they pose to innocent Palestinians.
Our focus is on making sure that we protect the civilians.
Austin said the Biden administration is still determining what to do with this shipment, though the president made clear that the U.S. is not turning its back on its ally.
We're not walking away from Israel's security, we're walking away from Israel's ability to wage war in those areas.
Israel has publicly downplayed the pause, but privately, Israeli officials have expressed deeper frustration to CBS. Roughly 1.5 million Palestinians have taken refuge in Rafah since the fighting began 7 months ago. The Rafah crossing with Egypt closed this week after Israel seized control of the Gaza side. Now, fears are growing over the backup of crucial humanitarian aid on the Egyptian side. Israel says it has reopened the vital Kerem Shalom crossing, days after a Hamas rocket attack there killed 4 Israeli troops. Jared Hill, CBS News.
And so far, the United Nations says no aid has entered through the reopened crossing. Meanwhile, President Biden told reporters no when asked if there was progress on ceasefire talks. Hamas accepted a proposal earlier this week, but Israel said that, quote, it does not meet Israel's core demands. Now, a little bit closer to home, the city of Bozeman Childcare Connections and other partners throughout Gallatin County are addressing the lack of affordable childcare in the area. The task force began in 2021 to create more affordable childcare in the county. The city says it is interested in the task force because the high cost of childcare is keeping many parents at home and not working. The city says parents are also having trouble finding childcare.
So as the city right now, we're really looking at it from an economic lens. So we're looking at childcare as a workforce development issue and a business growth issue, and we're really trying to tackle it from that lens. But what we do know is that childcare is an everybody issue.
And the task force says it keeps looking for partners to address solutions and to continue to tackle the issue facing childcare in the county. And a Butte nonprofit and some local daycare providers are raising concerns that a new state plan will limit services for families in need. MTN's Megan Thompson explains what may be on the horizon and how it could affect childcare in the mining city.
A Butte nonprofit that serves families and childcare providers in southwest Montana is concerned about changes they say are being made by the Montana Department of Health and Human Services.
And frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Adelie.
We don't know what to expect because, again, splitting the contracts, they have told us, the state already, that we only get 1 to 3 contracts for our eligibility. and 1 to 4 for our provider services.
The Butte 4Cs currently contracts with the state to work with at-risk families by offering a referral system that helps them find work and daycare options. The nonprofit also supports food programs that daycare providers use to feed kids in their service. In addition, they support daycare providers with vital training and licensing, among other services.
There isn't a week that goes by that I don't call the 4Cs. They are a support system. They're an accountability system. They're going in and out of child care facilities and ensuring that the care that we offer is the care that children deserve.
Missy Okrish is the owner of King's Kids. She says the child care industry is suffering high overhead costs and a lack of skilled workers, but the Butte 4Cs plays an integral role in training staff.
What they're doing is vital. We cannot afford to lose them because childcare is struggling as a whole. And so without that extra support, it's going to just be detrimental to our field.
Terry Amberg, the executive director of the Butte 4Cs, says she worries that a reduction in DPHHS contracts pits nonprofits in the 7 regions against each other and could potentially put them out of business.
It does kind of pit us against, it can, our current R&Rs, and R&R stands for Resource and Referral. And so, only 1 to 3 contracts and 1 to 4 contracts, we just don't know what that's going to look like as far as service delivery and how that will affect families across Montana, and childcare providers in particular.
A spokeswoman with the state says forthcoming RFPs related to the Child Care Development Fund are designed to increase access to high-quality, affordable child care for hardworking Montana families. DPHHS says they cannot answer further questions until the requests for proposals are made publicly available.
Our job is one of the most important jobs in the world because we impact the future and we are the workforce behind the workforce. Without us, parents can't go to work.
In Butte, Megan Thompson, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Megan. Now, this week, the first details emerged about a major bill that Congress is working on and something that MTN has followed since the beginning. And that, of course, is the Farm Bill. Scripps News congressional correspondent Stephanie Liebergen explains what's ahead for this massive piece of legislation in this week's Montana Agriculture Report.
This month will be consequential for America's farmers and families across the country. Every 5 years, Congress needs to deal with the Farm Bill, and it is on the top of the agenda right now. But the next few weeks will tell us a lot about whether lawmakers can work across the aisle to get this bill done. Subsidies for farmers, crop insurance, and SNAP food benefits are all on the line this year, with the current Farm Bill set to expire September 30th. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle have begun the scramble to reach an agreement on this must-pass legislation.
It protects the interests of small farmers. It protects crucial climate funding to help farmers from things like natural disasters. And it provides robust to nutrition assistance that directly helps millions of kids across the country.
There are some potential sticking points. Senate Democrats hope to improve access to nutrition assistance for college students, military families, and seniors. Their proposal also aims to expand rural health care and child care and includes efforts to combat climate change. A plan released by House Republicans highlights efforts to improve broadband internet access in rural communities, help new farmers get started in the business, and expand international trade opportunities. These frameworks are an important step, but there's still lots of work to do. Democrats in the House are complaining about poison pill policies in the GOP proposal. Republicans in the Senate are working on a framework of their own. But Senator Debbie Stabenow, the chair of the Senate Agriculture Committee, has pledged to move forward in a bipartisan way.
I am reaching out to our Republican leaders on the other side to say this is the moment to complete the negotiations because farmers and families need the certainty of a 5-year farm bill.
This year's Farm Bill is already a year behind schedule. Congress passed a 1-year extension of the 2018 Farm Bill last fall. Now, lawmakers have until September 30th to get a new bill to President Biden's desk. Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News, Washington.
All right, 6:14 now. Before we head into a break, I wanted to share this with you. Okay. Now, this is such a big phenomenon in many parts of the country, but I'm going down to California. That's right, it's Hoppy Days at the state capitol, and I'm talking about frog hopping. Matt, did you know that this is a pretty big, almost sport across the country?
I had no idea.
You take a frog, you see how far it can hop. Now, take a look at this bad boy. Look at the legs, look at the extension on that athlete. Now watch, they're prepping. Boom! Look at that! Bragging rights on the line. I think it'd be kind of fun to be a catcher.
It might be.
Yeah.
How do they measure it? I mean, is
Carefully.
it 1, 2, 3? Obviously, it's.
I feel like I'm no
It's
expert.
like a triple jump. It looks like.
Exactly. I was gonna say, take a page out of the track and field book. I feel like it's that first hop, see the extension, see the length that they're striving for.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. And the winner of this competition, they go to the nationals. That's right. There's a national.
Yeah. Well,
frog
why not?
jumping
There's
competition.
There's a competition for everything.
I love it. Let's get into it. Now, we're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning. But when we come back, we're going to continue to talk about childcare troubles in the Treasure State.
I'm Alina Howder. There's a huge need for more childcare services in rural communities like Big Timber. Find out more